In this video, we're going to talk about how you invest, how you save money if you just have a small monthly contribution left. So let's say you just finished university and you would like to save some money for an emergency fund. Or let's say you just started to have a family, so your wife is not working and you just have only one income, so therefore the situation is tight. Who knows? But let me explain how you also can properly save in that situation. So let's say you have left 500 euros per month. After all expenses, it might be more, but you say you could easily save 500 euros per month, maybe in some month more, but if the washing machine is broken, you can just save 500 euros per month, okay? As an example. So what should you typically do? First of all, it's important to have an emergency fund. If something happens, like I said, the car is broken or damaged, the washing machine doesn't work anymore, and so on, there is always something that needs to be paid. So the emergency fund, it depends on your personality, how you feel well, but I typically recommend something around 2 to 3 net salaries, always on your bank account, so you can sleep well, you have peace of mind, and if something happens, you just have access to this money, okay? This is really important that this is flexible, so it's not invested, it's not stuck in any investment plan or something. Typically, it just stays on your bank account or on your Tagesgeldkonto. So after one day, you have it on your regular bank account, okay? This is step one. So let's say 10,000 euros, depends on your net salary and on if we consider 2 or 3 net salaries. This is always the first step. So let's say you have 10,000 euros on your bank account. So this is already solved. Then second step, you divide the 500 euros because short term is already clear. And now you invest, let's say 200 euros long term for your retirement. Maybe it sounds a bit awkward while we start with the long-term investments, but I can easily explain why that's the recommendation. Let's say you have 500,000 in the account in your retirement, and then there is the question if you receive 6% on top for another year or not. Okay, so in this case, if you start 1 year later, you would lose 30,000 euros in that easy example. If you invest over 3 years and you have 5,000 euros in the account and we have 6%, then you would lose 300 euros. And that's the reason why it's so important to start as early as possible with your long-term investments so the compound interest effect can do his job or its job as long as possible for you. Okay? On the other side, we have 300 euros which can be invested also. And here it depends on your financial goals. Okay? So let's say you would like to buy real estate. Here's first of all interesting to know, okay, are we talking about home ownership? Are we talking about renting out? If you say you would like to rent out, then you put 300 euros into any short-term savings plan where you receive, let's say, 4%, 4.5 per year, and then you save 300 euros until you have 20,000 euros in your bank account, and then you buy property. Until then, maybe your situation improved, so you have a higher salary at that point, your wife is working, who knows, okay? If you say, I would like to have home ownership, it obviously depends on how big the apartment should be and also on the location. So let's say at least 400,000. So you see, it might take longer. And if it takes longer, then I would, depends on duration, invest for 6 to 7%. Oh, here's a mistake. That should be, let's do it like this, 10%. So you need to save 40,000 euros here. It depends on your savings contribution, obviously. If we calculate that, how long it takes, then it might make sense to take investment with higher profits on a longer duration. If you say, fine, I probably have a raise in the future and I receive a bonus and so on, then it also might make sense to have 4.5% guaranteed interest rate. Even if it's lower, it's at least guaranteed and more flexible. Okay, so this is how I would set up a strategy with 500 euros. Now comes the best part. This retirement plan is fully tax deductible. So if you have a tax rate of, let's say, 40%, this would be 80 euros. And then you put the 80 euros also into that account to buy real estate faster. So what do you do now? You save money long term for your retirement, and you also save money medium term for real estate. So we achieve two goals simultaneously with the same contribution, or with a certain budget, let's say. And this is how I would set up a strategy so you could still start saving for your financial goals. If it's home ownership or real estate or just other financial goals to build wealth, it's just important to use all the opportunities available to achieve the highest ROI and to get the most out of your situation. So if you would like to have help saving money, also if you have a small contribution and you're not quite sure what you should actually do, where you should put that money so you could at least get started, feel free to visit our website, register for a free initial consultation, and we will see how we can help you in your individual situation. Talk to you soon and take care.